Yampi dhammam saranam gacchami. Tatiyampi sangham saranam gacchami.
Tatiyampi buddham saranam gacchami. Tatiyampi dhammam saranam gacchami. Tatiyampi sangham saranam gacchami.
Tisarana kamanam paripurnam. Panati paja virami sekhavam samadhiyami.
Panati paja virami sekhavam samadhiyami.
Adina jana virami sekhavam samadhiyami.
Adina jana virami sekhavam samadhiyami.
Kame sume chanchara virami sekhavam samadhiyami.
Kamesu vichachara virami sekhavam samadhiyami.
Musavada virami sekhavam samadhiyami.
Musavada virami sekhavam samadhiyami.
Suramiraya manjabhamadachana virami sekhavam samadhiyami.
Suramiraya manjabhamadachana virami sekhavam samadhiyami.
Idame punyam.
Idame punyam.
Asavakayam.
Asavakayam.
Mahotu.
Mahotu.
Idame punyam.
Idame punyam.
Nibbanasa.
Nibbanasa.
Achayo.
Achayo.
Hotu.
Hotu.
Tisanena saha pancha silandamam sarukandado apamadena sampadecha.
Amavati. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
So, before giving some other instructions, I will repeat how to practice breathing meditation because maybe some people are new, just come for today, so they do not know how to practice breathing meditation. So I will repeat. So you sit in this way, okay, you can keep your hand like that, or keep it like that. You keep upper body, the shoulder straight, comfortably. After that, trying to keep your mind, or trying to incline your mind around the ear, in front of nose trail, or the upper somewhere around the ear, okay. So not to go into the hole, not to go here and there. So you should try to breathe slowly and breathe or breathe. Try to know. By knowing, you should breathe in. By knowing, you should breathe out. So try to know breath. So if the mind go away, just when you know, just call back here. Try to know. So slowly you may be able to stay on the breath longer. So maybe you can keep your mind there longer. So you will feel good, peaceful and calm. So in the beginning, you keep the mind there even for 2 or 3 minutes. Maybe may have difficulties. But slowly it may increase longer and longer. You may be able to keep 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 30, 40, 1 hours. If so, it is improvement in this stage. So we have a Pa-Auk instructions, but for the beginners, also we have set in the previous times. So I will not repeat. So if there is pain in the leg or someone, you can change the subject, continue to practice. So it is a repetition about the breathing meditation. Also I want to share some other informations to practice. So many people have read Mahasatikkrama Sutta, the great foundation of mindfulness. It is a famous sutta, many people read. So in that sutta mentioned two factors to be removed. So two factors are Avijja and Dominasa. Avijja is referred to greed or attachment or love. The other one is Dominasa, hatred. So love and hate, easily we may say we need to dispel. So usually whatever you do, not to have that. For example, you come here, you may afraid or you may be nervous to practice. Actually, meditating is quite simple, trying to know the breathing. But you may know or you may be able to do well, you may not be able to do well, and that's the only. You may not need to go afraid. So, although you go to meditation center or somewhere, so the mind should not be afraid, mind should not be disappointed. Before going, you may check what is the weather, what is the food, what is the teacher. So you can check. But if we have decided, if we are reaching there, no choice. We try to adjust. If we should not be afraid. Although anything happening, maybe disease or something like that. Only we try to do how to associate with that, how to deal with that. But we should not afraid. But if we are afraid, we hate our mind and we know we're ready to practice. So, because of this, even practicing or in any situation, we may choose proper things. We may do proper reason for the body or mind to be good. We should not worry. We should not hate. So that's the one thing. Another thing is love or attachment. Should not have. If we attach our body or something, it may cause sometimes many problems. Even meditation, sometimes in a meditation retreat. So meditation is working well, so very good. So when it is very good, we attach sometimes so much. If the retreat finish at home and should practice something like that. So we cannot be so much attachment anything in the body. So although we are good, sometimes we may have a good feeling in practicing and in doing, but it is also need to maintain to get a kind of longer. So surely not so easy to do that. Because of this, anything we do, no need to be so afraid, so worried, also no need to be attached. When we see or when we focus on body, maybe when you practice meditation, maybe good, may not be good. So although it is good, not to be attached so much. Although it is bad, not to be hated so much, not to be disappointed. So it is quite common to encounter sometimes very good, sometimes may not be good. Because we have conditions, body conditions, weather, food, or health, based on conditions. Sometimes if the conditions are correct, if we can choose better ones, we may be improved. Sometimes we cannot choose, or we cannot have good conditions, and so they reduce. So only we need to maintain our mind to be stable. If it is good to do, if it is beneficial to do, so we continue to do, not to be hate or not to be love. This is the two factors. So these two factors is to be removed. Another then mentioned three factors to be developed. So it is Adavi, Samajano, Satima. Three things. Satima is having mindfulness or having remembrance. So this three things, you do all the time, but you may not remember all the time. So sometimes we think the other things. Sometimes we cannot sleep. Pushing to sleep, cannot sleep. Instead of pushing to sleep, just try to remember this object. Normally it is okay. If we cannot sleep, we can do walking. We can walk. So, whether you're walking, standing, sitting, whatever you do, if you want to improve quickly, try to remember these things. It is satima, remembering. We need to remember. If we remember a long time, later this object will be very familiar. No need to do so much, like automatically the mind stay there. Once wake up or before sleep, the mind may stay more with this object. So one factor is satima, having mindfulness or having remembrance. So another factor is adapi. Adapi is coming from adapa. Adapa is effort. Adapi is who has effort. So effort is called adapi. Adapa means which can make burn defilements. So if we have effort, defilements cannot coming in. We're not coming in. Because if we think here and there, sorrows, worries may come. If we can make little effort all the time to keep the mind on the right object, so defilements cannot come. Because of this, you need effort all the time. Not much pushing, just a little effort to keep the mind on the right place, on the right object. So little effort all the time you need. You cannot stay lazily. If someone is lazy, allow the mind to think here and there. Not trying to control, not trying to change in the right place. So for the practitioner who are not lazy, may not allow the mind to go here and there. What object I should think? In which way I should think? So all the time try to be correct. So if so, it is called effort. It is called adapa. The effort which can make the defilements burn. So this factor is effort. Another factor is samajana. Samajana is we translate comprehension. So related to wisdom. So wisdom is very wide. About this practicing, for example, place must be here, not going to not away here and there, something like that. If there is some light, you should not pay attention light, try to focus breathing here, something like that. Those are knowledge, understanding about the practicing. In the same way, how long I should sit, when I should change. So how long I need to sit here. For example, now I'm talking, when I should stop, how long I should talk. those are related to knowledge. So if it is if someone is knowledgeable, so the effect, the result will come quickly. So because of this, the practicing way, we need to know how to adjust the body. We need to know because of different health, different conditions. Some people can sit a very long time quietly. Some people must change the position. If the changing is beneficial, we need to change. If the changing is not beneficial, we may not change. So need to know those things. So basically, if the pain discovered this breathing, we may change and we may continue like that. So also how long we should sit. Some people will sit 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, no problem. When they have concentration, when if he is healthy, but some people may have problems. So based on that, we should walk. If we think widely, what kind of food we should eat, whether how hot is weather, hot or cold, for own body. So have like a teacher, just encouragement, explanation, if we go or not. Well, we can get those good teacher or good place, good weather. So if we have a knowledge, it is easier. So meditating time, just on the practice, should we change the body or should not change? We need to know. Slowly we need to learn. So if we have those comprehension, so it is easier to improve. So when we conclude, 2 factors to remove. One is not to attach so much about the body or other conditions, anything, or not to hate, or not to be afraid, not to be worried. This is to be dispelled. Another 3 is remembering, little platforms all the time, and then understanding. So it is to be developed. So these 5 factors are mentioned in the Janakābhivaṃsa. 2 are going to be removed. The other 3 are to be developed. So these are informations to know for the practitioners. That's all for now. We will practice.
I've got one question. Okay, see like we come into the hall, you watch for the breath, the long and the short. Do we need to follow step by step, or as long as you can more or less like be calm and peaceful, then when the thoughts come, just tell yourself let go, drop, right? And then sometimes I have this tendency to make myself happy. Is that the right thing to do? Or I should be just be very honest in watching my breath. Yeah. I mean, it's at the nostrils there.
Step by step. So in the subject mentioned, like so mindful breathing, one step long or short, and then the whole breath to count the breath. Mentioned the 4 steps. So if we start from the beginning, so it is a better way to go to step by step. But some people have practiced themselves here and there, maybe quite a long time. So the breath may not go step by step. So also another reason is as long as we can keep our mind by knowing the breath here, it is possible to improve. So because of this, for the beginners, if we practice continuously, like in a retreat, going step by step will be good. But most of people practice here a little bit. After some time, practice there a little bit like that. So the breath, maybe they already calm. May not be obvious, long or short, something like that. So because of this, may not be able to go systematically. So because of this, not so important just to know the breath. It is also possible to improve. So another is like making oneself happy or those things. So there are some factors to balance. For example, if we learn controlling faculties, there are 5 factors to control the mind. So one must have faith. Faith means, in this case, especially about the breathing, about this practicing. So need to have a faith. If no faith in the practicing, the mind, one of the power reduced. The mind will not stay in the breath. Like some people may think, knowing the breath is what benefit will come. So what is beneficial by knowing the breath? So if they don't believe right practicing any right things, so they might not have the power to learn, to keep. So another thing is wisdom. We need to know how to practice, how much we should know, like that. So if we have knowledge, if we are knowing the breath, we have wisdom. If so, we may be able to maintain our mind on the object. So, but these two factors need to balance. Some people are just believing, having faith, not much wisdom on to practice, not learning totally, just to practice later will improve, something like that. So, if it is right practicing will be okay, but sometimes it may not be correct. If so, not improve. So some people are just trying to learn this and that way. So the mind is not go into deeply, not believe. So they also will not improve. Because of this, must have faith, must have wisdom. So in the same way, that part and concentration. Sometimes we just meditating time we will try, but before that, after that, may do this and that jobs, a lot of things, may think, may read, may listen. If so, just meditating time, trying to force the mind, it may not work, especially it may not be peaceful. The mind is shaking. So some people don't have other things, no much thoughts, but peaceful, calm, but not enough effort they put. So also may fall asleep. So because of this, faith and wisdom need to balance. Effort and concentration need to balance. One factor is no need to be balanced. It is remembering. Need to remember this object. Need to protect. Need to protect our mind. Need to protect the object. It is the remembrance. So this is no need. So, but you said about joy or happiness. It is not in the controlling 5 and controlling difficulties. And there are another things that we call Vujjinga, 7 enlightenment factors. Among that 7 factors, this is side 3, this is side 3. So the other ones always need mindfulness, same. So this is side 3 is faith, wisdom, joy, advance. It is active type, wisdom, joy, and advance. So active type. The other type is concentration, peaceful, tranquility, neutrality. So it is a calm side. So if the mind is a bit just calm, no energy, so peaceful. So peaceful means no energy, something may fall asleep. If so, the other factor need to do. Like wisdom, trying to know a little bit more, make a little bit effort, and trying to be happy with that object. Happy means like interested, being interested about the breathing. So the mind will be alert. So sometimes making effort, finding this and that ways, interesting but not peaceful. If so, have to, especially some people, when it is good, the light may appear, the mind is excited. So if so, at that time, trying to be peaceful, and will practice peacefully, so to give notice. So there are some other detailed ways to increase these factors. But one of common way is just incline. If you're very excited, I should practice peacefully. Trying to practice peacefully like that. If a very, very basically lazy, so I'm trying to know a little bit more, trying to be interested in something like that. So it is a command will be balanced. If it is balancing by practicing slowly, so the mind will be able to stay on that object for a very long time. Because of this, some meditator can sit like 3 or 4 hours. Because the mind is balancing, so they are not tired. All of this in a very long time. Okay.
Sorry, Mandy, just to clarify, the part about bringing the joy back. So so one way to understand is that I need joy in watching the breath. But then sometimes I find that when I meditate, the joy that I derive is like maybe I was happy, like offering dana, so that gives me joy. So then when I'm meditating, there's a conscious effort to bring that to my mind. Is that alright?
Yes, some joints need. Some limited joints are needed, especially for the beginners. Beginner not much improving. So little bit joints is correct. Especially about the jhana, there is one so jhana can be degradation of concentrated mind. So degradation means if we do jhana, the mind normally become gentle, soft, like the acetona, little bit feel good. So can dispel greedy mind, can associate with the surrounding people in good ways. So because of this, jhana can make the mind to be happy, to be ready for the meditation. So you do jhana, you reflect before meditating, make the mind happy, and try to practice. It is a good way to practice.
Thank you, Bhante. Just one last question. It's the part about watching the nostrils like the gatekeeper. Because when you are trying to calm yourself down, you find that usually I'll say Buddha, right? You watch it as a whole, breathe in and breathe out. So the thing is that the gatekeeping is actually at the left and right nostrils. It doesn't fall into one point. So it takes time before you reach there, is it? Meaning like, for example, when you watch the breath in and out, the long and short, you watch it going in and then out at the nostrils there. So I see that as gatekeeping. However, it seems like there are 2 points. Not 1 point. Yeah,
so it is before being stable, it is changing. Also maybe some signs we may call image. The breathing is for most of people quite normal like us. But it may be sometimes like steam, like smoke. Some people may mark like a string. Based on their marking way, the sign may be different for the meditators. Even for one meditators, sometimes it may be in this way, sometimes it may be in that way. It is possible. As long as the place is correct, as long as you have a perception, as everything, it is correct. Is there any question? There's no question. You have to shout more. Repeat after me. Idame punyam, asavakayam, mahotu, idame punyam, nibbānasa, hotu, mama punyavāgam, savāsadanam, bhajami, Samam punyavāgam labantu sadhu.